This court is going to call cause number C240651. This is in the 317th District Court of Jefferson County, Texas, and it's in the interest of Canton Davis.
Would you state your name, please?
Lauren Rebecca Munoz.
And you are the mother of Oliver William Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time that the child was born, did Mr. Davis come to the hospital at some point and sign some paperwork saying he was the father?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to ask the court to enter in the evidence, the acknowledgement of paternity for Canton Davis.
All right. Ms. Munoz, I've just placed on the screen a copy of the alleged acknowledgement of paternity for the child Canton. Is it okay if I take a look at this document?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Davis, the same question. Is it okay if I look at this document?
Yes, sir.
States Exhibit A is admitted into evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Munoz, do you have any safety concerns with putting your address in this order?
I would just prefer it to not necessarily safety concerns right now, just given the history between Mr. Davis and I would prefer not to. Yes, ma'am.
Well, in the last 2 years, have you had to file any police reports?
Yes, ma'am. Well, not. There have been incidents, yes, ma'am, within the last 2 years. I didn't call for like me personally filing a police report, but the police have been involved a time or two. Yes, ma'am. I would just prefer.
Okay. In order for the judge to do that, he's going to need specific information. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So when in the last 2 years have you had to call the police?
I don't necessarily mean that we've gotten in a fight within the last 2 years that resulted in me calling the cops on a domestic dispute, but I was previously already in legal trouble, and then there was a fight that happened within the last 2 years that did result. I think it was November of, what year was that? Was that 2020? Was that 2019? I'm really not sure, and I'm not bringing any of this up to say that like right now is not okay and that we aren't civil or capable of taking care of our child or fit to do that. The communication between he and I is still a little bit unhealthy, and I'm uncomfortable with putting my address out there, all things considered.
Okay, so at this time, you do not want to give the judge any specific information regarding.
I've sent text proof. But that's it. Just a lot of screenshots of like showcasing the way that Mr. Davis and I speak to each other usually, and it's unhealthy for me. And that's all the proof that I'm willing to give. Because like I said, I'm not trying to start a whole new set of issues being brought out, because I'm not. I just want Canton to be okay and not to be exposed to the toxicity between Courtland and I. That's why I left.
Okay, so mostly it's just kind of verbal. It's not really physical, it's verbal.
Not physical lately. I've been gone. Yes, ma'am. Previously in the past, we've been on and off since I was 16. He was 17, 18. We were in high school. So it's been a long time. A lot of things have happened. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, do you live here in Jefferson County?
Yes, ma'am.
And the child lives here with you?
Yes, ma'am.
And to your knowledge, Mr. Davis, what county does he live in?
He lives in Chambers.
Okay.
Or Harris County, I guess, depending
on. Now, I realize you and Mr. Davis have some relationship issues, but otherwise, is he a good dad?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And does he see the child very often?
It is not like routinely scheduled by any means, but he does make an effort to see him when it is important to, such as the holidays, Canton's birthday. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Has he ever taken the child overnight?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And was that fairly recently that he did that?
Yes, ma'am. Canton just turned 1 on March 12th. He had him the weekend after his birthday, that whole weekend.
Okay. And you think continuing those kind of visitations would be in his best interest?
Yes, ma'am. I'm comfortable with it. However, the standard custody agreement is not necessarily something that I'm interested in. I know that Mr. Davis was interested in the first rights refusal, like past 5 hours. So I've paid an attorney to like draw up an agreement for us. We just have to sit down and have it notarized. I don't know what the process with like how that goes as far as this court hearing, but that
Well,
is in the word.
There's something y'all have agreed to other than the standard that the both of y'all have agreed to?
We haven't sat down and like signed the paperwork with the agreement on it. I paid a lawyer to write up an agreement for us because I know he wanted things such as FROR, first rights of refusal, like past 5 hours.
Okay.
And the every other weekend, I don't think the standard would fit to his schedule is what he's told me, considering the fact that he works on a changing schedule weekly. His work is different. So I'm not sure how well every other weekend would work.
Okay. Well, and I can ask him some about what he's looking for as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, when he gets the child, currently, where do y'all exchange the child?
So we meet in, yes, ma'am. We meet in Winnie at the Burger King and gas station right off the highway.
Okay. And is that because y'all live, is that like halfway?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you agreeable to continuing to do that?
Yes, ma'am. I just want Canton to be okay. I'm not trying to.
Okay. Now, how is Canton covered for insurance?
I have him on Medicaid right now.
Okay. And now are you asking for any kind of back child support, or do you just want child support going forward?
So I don't know how realistic acquiring the back child support is, honestly. Since I left in mid-August, not really, no, ma'am. He quit his job about 2-3 weeks after I left. I guess in hopes of, I'm not sure, but I let him see Canton when he pleases, and I bring him everything that he's missing and doesn't have at his house for Canton. The formula, diapers, wipes, everything. Up until the last visit was the first time that I didn't have to pack formula, diapers, or wipes. But I still packed clothes and snacks.
Y'all separated in August of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you aware, does Mr. Davis have any other children under the age of 18 that you're aware of?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, I have nothing further of this witness. I'd like to pass the witness and call Mr. Davis.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you state your name? Oh,
Am I muted?
no, you're unmuted now.
Okay. Courtland Elias David.
And do you, I know you live in the city you're in. Do you live in Chambers County or Harris County?
I live within Harris County.
Okay. And as far as visiting with the child, are you also agreeable to continue to exchange the child in Winnie?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I believe she said that was at a Burger King.
Yeah, it's a Burger King / gas station right off the highway.
Okay. And are there some, where are you currently working?
I just started working about 2 weeks ago at Cane's Chicken, Raising Cane's.
Okay. And was there something about your job situation that you needed to ask for some specific type of visitation other than your understanding of the state standard visitation of every other weekend?
Yeah, just because the shifts are like weekends are gonna be busy usually, so I'll probably have like one day off maybe. So if I were to get him on the weekends, he wouldn't be able to stay the weekend with me entirely. So it would be an extra hassle, I think, for
Okay.
Warren.
Well, and I could be wrong, but from hearing Miss Munoz, y'all been real good about working out when would be with you. Is that
kind of, yes, ma'am. We've kind of settled on like a play by ear situation. And it works out. We communicate about that pretty well.
okay? Because this typically it would be whatever y'all agree to, and then if you don't agree, then it kind of goes into the state standards. So now how long have you worked at Cane's, you said?
I started around my son's birthday, so around the 12th of last month.
Okay. And how much are you making there?
I make 12 an hour.
And are you typically working 40 hours a week?
I just got done with like my training period. But yes, I think I'm about 35 to 40 hours a week. And I'll be fighting to pick up shifts as well to make that 80 hours bi-weekly.
Okay. Do you know if there's any type of insurance available for the child through your job?
So immediately, like after the first 30 days, I'm offered dental, pet, and another type of insurance. But after 1 year of employment is whenever I get the rest, like the medical and all that.
Okay. Do you have any idea what it would cost?
I'm unaware of that information as of now.
Okay. And do you have any other children under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
Now before you were working at Cane's, where did you work?
Like previous job, Kroger.
Yeah. At Kroger? And how
Yes.
long had you worked there?
Probably about half a year. I left in mid-October.
October of
Early,
21?
beginning of October.
Of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much were you making then?
I was making 12 an hour there as well, but my hours were cut in half significantly.
Okay. So had you been working 40 and it went down to 20?
Basically.
And when you left there, did you work between Kroger's and Cane's?
So I did like freelance things. I like labor positions and stuff like that. Nothing like for friends and stuff. Nothing. Not a real legit job.
Okay. So were you making about minimum wage?
Well, it depended. I was making basically enough to put gas in my car and feed myself.
Okay.
Not even able to pay rent.
Okay. And I apologize. I think I asked you this, but I didn't write down my answer. Do you have any other children under the age of 18?
No children.
No? Okay.
Just Canton.
I thought so, but I didn't write it down. So sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Your next witness.
I have no further witnesses.
All right. State rest.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Munoz, I need to clear up one issue out of the gate. Under the laws of this state, Ms. Munoz, Mr. Davis knew when he signed the document that he was Canton's dad. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And so under the laws of this state, I could go back to the date that Canton was born and order Mr. Davis to pay you child support if you guys weren't living together, all right? So you said that y'all separated in August of 2021. So if I take the 7 months that y'all weren't together, I could actually say Mr. Davis owes you child support from September the 1st until now. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's something that I can do under the laws of this state. The way the question was answered when Ms. Overstreet asked you, I really didn't know what you wanted me to do. Miss Munoz, knowing what your rights are, do you want me to go back in time and set child support against Mr. Davis for those 7 months?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, that's important to me because I didn't get a clear understanding of what it was that we were doing in this case, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, since we're going down that road, I have to ask you, during the 7 months that y'all were separated, did Mr. Davis give you any cash money to help you with the support of Canton?
He did cash out me a few times. Yes, sir.
And how much
the
money
last-
would you say, Miss Munoz, in the last 7 months has Mr. Davis given you in cash?
It's less than $300.
All right. And so during any of that 7 month period, Miss Munoz, did Mr. Davis have Canton in his possession for any extended period of time, say 3 weeks or a month, something like that?
Oh no, just
Okay.
I think 4 days was the max.
Well, that's fine. I mean, his contact is his contact, and we're going to make sure
Right.
that stays. And I just want to make sure that, we're all on the same page in regards to what, if anything, is owed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Miss Munoz, you have to understand that the laws of this state are real simple. It says when I do a court order in regards to a child in this state, then the parents' addresses have to be in the court order. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, there's an exemption for that. The exemption is if there's a history of family violence. I didn't hear any history of family violence. I just heard that sometimes you and Mr. Davis don't get along. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you see, my problem here, Miss Munoz, is I'm required by law to put your address in my court order unless there is some type of history of family violence. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Davis, I understand that you and Miss Munoz have had this situation going on for the last several months in regards to your contact rights with Canton. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But you need to understand, Mr. Davis, that I can't create a court order that gives you the specific types of visitation rights that you're describing. You just have to kind of hope that you and Miss Munoz can continue to get along so you can get those extra contact rights during the times of your schedule, okay? If I asked you, Mr. Davis, what is your schedule the week before Thanksgiving of 2022? Tell me the hours that you're working, the days that you're working, and the shifts that you're working. Could you give me that information today?
No, sir.
Then I can't tailor a court order for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because everybody just be guessing at what times you're not going to be working. So you just have to hope that you and Miss Munoz can continue to talk well enough that you can get that squared away. All right.
Yes, sir.
I have to give a document that's going to be secure in regards to the times that you're specifically getting for Canton. That way, if something breaks down between you and Miss Munoz and you're no longer talking, at least you know the specific weekends that you're allowed to have Canton, even if it has to work around your work schedule.
I understand.
All right. Anything further from the state?
No, Your Honor.
The court's going to find the court has jurisdiction. The court's going to find, based on the testimony of the parties, I believe it's in Canton's best interest for the parents to be named as joint managing conservators of Canton with Miss Munoz as the primary custodian. There will be no domicile restriction in this case. The court's going to find that Mr. Davis is not a resident of Jefferson County or any county that touches Jefferson County. So there will be no domicile restriction. Any request for non-disclosure in this case is denied. I am going to award Mr. Davis standard possession, as that is defined by the Texas Family Code. That's the first, third, and fifth weekend of every month, every other major holiday, every Father's Day weekend, and 30 days in the summer. Ms. Munoz and Mr. Davis agreed that they would meet halfway for the exchange of the child. I credit both parents for being able to work together in regards to a small minor difficulty in regards to distance, and that is helpful when y'all agree to meet. So I will put that in the court order as part of the agreement of the parties that they've agreed to meet and exchange the child at the Burger King in Winnie, Texas. And that'll be for the pickup and the exchange of the pickup and return of the child. In regards to the child support, I'm going to order Ms. Munoz to continue the health insurance that she has on Canton. Based on Mr. Davis's testimony, I'm going to find that Mr. Davis's his child support will be $355 a month, beginning April the 1st of 2022. He will also pay an additional sum of $50 a month for the cash medical in this case, both payments beginning April 1st. I am going to award retroactive child support. I'm going to award $1,275 in retroactive child support. That will be paid back at a rate of $25 per month, also beginning April 1st of 2022. Mr. Davis will be responsible for the court costs for the filing of my suit. Filing of this suit, I will give him until September 30th of 2022 to pay the court cost. Ms. Overstreet, did the state of Texas hear all the terms, conditions of my order?
Yes.
You have any questions, Ms. Overstreet?
No.
Ms. Munoz and Mr. Davis, Ms. Overstreet's office is going to prepare a court order for me. As long as it matches what I said here today, I'm going to sign it, send it back to them. They're going to make a copy of it. They're going to send it to each of you so you have it for your records. You don't have to be satisfied with the ruling that I've made today, although I think it was pretty fair. If you're dissatisfied with any part of the ruling, you have the right to appeal. Your appeal must be in writing. It must be filed in the Jefferson County District Clerk's office within the next 3 business days. You must specify in your appeal what part of my ruling you disagree with, and you're also responsible for making sure that a copy of your written appeal is sent to all the other non-appealing parties. Ms. Munoz, Mr. Davis, I wish you both the best of luck in the future. Good luck with Canton. You're good parents. He's young, and you got a long way to go.